Hello, my name's Leo. Welcome to a new day of LSD, the dream emulator. Let's go cracking. We have just got 20 more days to go. It's not correct. We had 20 days to go yesterday. Now we have 19 days to go. Yes. Oh man. So there's anyone hanging in. Yeah, the big head guy's never. Oh, I just remembered. What's that? That, sometimes that weird demon thing. Remember the demon thing that attacked us in, the temple? And you made that story about it? Yeah, that demon actually appears in, what are you doing? Actually appears in, here. Appears here. Sorry, thank you. Excuse me. Yeah. Okay, well, this isn't actually. The micro girls. It's not really a lure, it's just a boat. Yeah, it's not really a lure. The birds, people tell that a tenant of this apartment, like, was a real bird lover and had, like, many birds, and one day, he suicided by jumping out of the window, and, they never found the body. Some people speculate that the birds suddenly broke out of their cages, or maybe they weren't actually being kept in cages at all. But the cages, they were in cages, like to keep up appearances, but they weren't actually, the doors weren't actually locked or anything. They burst out of their cages, and with their combined strength, they were able to lift. Oh, my nose just went nuts. They're able to lift, oh, jeez, man. Why now? Why? I've been gonna wait for a while now. You decide to give me weird allergies now? Well, because I was filling with my mic before my mic was making weird noises. I mean, if I was doing that yesterday, I apologize. But I don't think it was. I think it's just happened today, so I couldn't figure out for the life of me what was going on. I thought it was like a weird loose cable or something. I thought sometimes, back in the day, recording on my computer, there used to be this weird, like, sound, this that would happen, if the PC was plugged into the AC. Something to do with a weird power, like, routing in this house. And I always have to put the laptop into battery power to record. I think I was back in the arena, maybe even Daggerfall days. So, where's this astronaut? He's the guy. Oh, so he was a space lover, right? And the birds flew him off into the night, and then even though he's gone somewhere, I guess he died. Oh, jeez. You can still hear the birds cheeping as when the birds passed on, they were elevated to some kind of a saint level, and were given the ability to exist in this realm on a spirit level. Okay. That's the story of the birds and the ashtray. Alright. Did I check this floor? You did. Sure? Yeah. What about that poster of the poster of the, oh, jeez, man. My eyes are all watery now. The poster of the clouds. No, it's just the poster of the clouds there. What about that long hallway? We're not doing lore of actual locations, though, right? The horses! Well, these are just horses. What am I gonna... Good question. Or maybe we won't go anywhere because the dream just ended. Oh, that could be. Could work too. Alright, well, let's save the game, I guess. Nope, wrong save. Nope. No, actually, wait. We just did an even save, yes, that's right. Almost assuredly in a video, yep. Yep. It's kind of annoying, it doesn't pause the game when you do that. Who knows who did that, or not. You think I would. What were you talking about before? I don't know, I need to blow my nose in. Hang on. I think you were talking about, that weird sound that would happen when you record on your laptop. Oh, yeah. But then, like, if the AC was plugged in, it would make a sound, and it was weird, and I could never quite figure out what it was. Even if I tried recording in different locations in the house, and it still had the issue. I think it was just bad electronics. So I got worried that's going to happen with this one, but it hasn't, so it's good. It's weird, I don't know anything. Don't know nothing about it. Was that a USB mic, or was that it was a line-in mic, yeah. I don't think I ever had problems with, USB mics, but I don't actually really have any USB mics. I do, Well, the recording program I used to use on the PC, was a lot easier to use with, line-in mic, so I used that, Like, I've still got the Snowball. I never use that thing because it's so damn quiet, man. The only time a Snowball mic would be good is, well, the main good thing about Snowball mics, is, if you've got a group of people, yeah. Like when we did Leo and Friends Play, I used the Snowball mic and it was good. But when I recorded by myself back in the day, back in the Skyrim days, I just recorded with a headset mic, and it was fine. Because the Snowball mic picks up everything in the room, and it was fine back in the Skyrim days when I was living by myself. Even when, when the wife was there with it, it was fine. It wasn't always like the kitchen is like connected to the living room, so if she's cooking something or doing something in the kitchen, then you can hear it. But it's like impossible to use here because like every 5 seconds someone's opening a door and starts talking, and I don't know if it picks up on this mic, but it certainly picks up on the Snowball mic. It's kind of like the PlayStation camera mic is like that. It's very like room, which makes sense. I always put like I've actually been using that mic recently, with, Yakuza 2. And, I always put the PlayStation camera, like, I put it on the table near me, instead of having it, like, next to the TV. I don't know if that helps or anything, but, yeah. It's really annoying that PlayStation 4 doesn't have a, like a one-touch button to mute the mic. It's annoying that the share button, I think there's 3 different settings you could pick for the share, like what the share button does. Whether it's a tap, a long press, or a double tap of the button. It does different things, and there's 3 different settings that you can choose for what it does. But I really wish that you could just, you know, map it to whatever you want. Because what I would want then is I'd want one tap to be like the menu, a long press to be just straight up start and stop the stream, start and stop broadcasting, and then a double tap. A double tap? Actually, scratch that. Yeah. Well, okay, I'm not sure which is which, but then for example, the double tap would be mute. Mute and unmute the mic. That'd be great. You maybe have one tap as mute the mic. Really? Well, it shows your visual representation of whether or not you muted or not on the screen. That's true. So, yeah, maybe. Long. No, I think one press could be the menu, and yeah, double tap can be mute, and long press can be start and stop the stream. Or it doesn't matter. But unfortunately, yeah, it doesn't let you do it. Sucks. Because those are the real three commands I really need. Well, the two big ones are mute the mic and start and stop stream. But start and stop the stream is really only just for convenience. Yeah, it's not a big thing. Although it's kind of annoying when I end the stream, I have to go into the menu, find the stop stream thing, and says, "Are you sure?" And then yes. And while I'm doing that, the screen's just that stupid blue screen saying, "Okay, not allowed to look at this, boys and girls." But yeah, there's other options that I might sometimes need, but almost never. Not really, because you would. Whatever. Who cares? The point is you can't do it, so it's pointless talking about it. Alright, I really need to, well, I've almost looked at all the VR games. I also need to put them on YouTube. And the Yakuza, I'm so fucking, I'm a bit busy, alright? I've been streaming, but I haven't had time to just do, like, if I've got time to stream, I'll stream. But if I don't have time to stream, but I still have a little bit of time, then I'll put stuff from Twitch onto YouTube. But I haven't had that time. I've always had, I've actually got time to stream. Fuck it, let's stream. Makes sense, yeah. Or I've just had no time, yeah, that too. Shall we talk about Dream? Sure. Wait, where's my... Huh. Where's the thing that I just wrote down? I literally just wrote down a dream. Where the fuck is it? What the fuck? What do you mean? I wrote down... Hold on. Oh, okay, I found it. Jeez, I didn't put a gap between the other dream and that, so it was actually at the end of a previous dream that we did. So over that. There you go, fixed it. Fix the issue. Yeah. So let's talk about a dream. Right. So I'm walking around streets at night. It's a little scary, but not really. I remember seeing some chick like running around, like jogging at night. So it couldn't be that scary if you're jogging at night. So I'm walking through, but the weird part is I'm walking in the street. Then I go through like people's houses, as if it's like the normal path, kind of like how in the new Yakuza, like Yakuza 6 and Kiwami 2, you just like sort of go through like office buildings and something as a little shortcut. No one seems to give a shit that you're doing it. It's weird. Also, apparently I'm living with my parents and they won't let me go out. So I'm like finding chances. I think I'm like taking out the trash to the side of the building, and then when I go out there I just sort of sneak out. I also remember at some point, I didn't write this down, but I do remember I think I used my mother's car and I had to find it. But there were all these cars and I couldn't locate it because usually my mother's car is like blue. Um, Usually, generally speaking. But I think maybe she got a new car and it's like a little, it's one of those little mini like Suzuki Swift or car. It's like a little Japanese kind of car, and it's grey or black colored, something like that. Yeah, and I think I found it. And that's pretty much that's all that happened. Okay. I got a question. What's that? Oh, what have you done? I did not mean to do that. So I've just made an L, right? Just below the text box, there's another little L there. What's that all about? You know what that is? That's L1 and L2. And it changes stuff. Oh, really? And then you got left, right, up. Hang on, wait, what is that? I want to see what it does. It just deletes it. It deletes everything. Good job. Real good. You totally went straight past E. I didn't realize that it carries over to the last letter. I always get confused. Which is which. Alright. Have you not saved the game yet? No, I should probably save the game yet. Good idea, motherfucker. Anyway. What were you saying about... Oh, it's kind of weird how this is a, like, 100% Japanese game. But, like, the menu's all in English. It's all in English. And then when you put saves, it's all English letters. I never quite figured out why that is. It's kind of like, I guess Japanese video gamers are naturally better in English because they practice English in the video games. I guess it's easier to be a gamer in Japan. Like with parents, when parents will say you're not allowed to play video games because they'll rot your brains, and and these days people always make arguments for video games are good for kids because they help develop hand-eye coordination and what else does it do? Cognitive thinking, reaction, that sort of stuff, right? But then, for the Japanese perspective, it also has the advantage of helping practice English. So all the menus are in English. Why are they in English? This game was never released in English. It was never going to have a release in English. It's one. I mean, I am playing this on an Australian PS3, but that doesn't actually matter. It doesn't change it because it's an Australian PS3. But I mean, I could go on my Japanese PS2 and play like Metal Gear Solid, one of the Metal Gear Solid games, and it'll have menus in English. I mean, you could argue that maybe Kojima wanted that because it's more authentic because the game's supposed to, but I don't think so. I remember he wanted to have everyone speak Russian in freaking in Metal Gear Solid 3. Because there's that one scene where he meets Sokolov and Sokolov's like, oh, by the way, your Russian is superb. Where did you learn to speak it? And then, yeah. Yeah, you're right, actually. Because, yeah, well, no, you try to talk about Phantom Pain. Because I was going to still talk about Phantom Pain and how it's funny. I mentioned this before that I played originally the Japanese version of the game. And the whole story, I'm not going to spoil the story, but the whole story is kind of about English the English language, and obviously, at least in the English version, all the main characters speak English, except for like on the field, obviously there's Russians that speak Russian, and there's Africans that speak Afrikaans, and there are some others, right? Isn't there Kikongo? Do you actually hear someone speak Kikongo? No, maybe not. Oh, there is Code Talker who speaks. Does he actually speak in? Yeah, he talks. Maybe we should do that. But I think there are at least two characters that talk in Native American or something like that. It's irrelevant. Anyway. I always thought it was funny how in the Japanese version of the game, whenever someone's speaking English, the Russian's still Russian, the Afrikaan's still Afrikaan, but whenever someone speaks English, they're actually speaking Japanese. But all of the dialogue, all of the script, so to speak, is in English. Is talking about, the story is about English. So they're speaking English, but they're not actually speaking English. It's kind of like an Evangelion, where the English dub of Evangelion, every now and again they say, switch language to Japanese, or whatever. Or when they meet Oscar and they get in the cockpit and it's all in German, it's like, okay, I'm trying to think in German, strudel, bratwurst. And then Oscar's like, oh, fuck off. And then changes it to Japanese. Even though they're not speaking Japanese, they're speaking English. But yeah, that could have happened in... well, no, that does happen in Metal Gear Solid 3, because I guess for the conversations between, like, Snake and Zero and whatnot, that's all going to be in English. But anytime, like, if Snake's talking to Russian soldiers are talking to each other, or Snake's talking to, like, Sokolov and presumably all of the Russian characters that aren't maybe the Cobra unit, yeah, with the exception of the Cobra unit, they'd all be speaking Russian. That would be really, really hard. Yeah, I mean, they didn't do it, did they? No. Because even in 5, it's not like... Otsuka, the voice of Snake, speaks any other language other than English. Japanese. Damn it. He doesn't speak any Russian? I think he only speaks Japanese. I could be wrong. But I kind of want to play more of it, but I shouldn't, because I should be saving that for when Avo's around. I kind of did a couple of lessons, a couple of levels. Alright, well, I think that's it for today. We come back. We're going to play some more LSD, but for now, my name is Leo, and I'll see you next time.